I bet some of you are probably wondering, hey, Jackson, where was Syracuse picked to finish last year in the ACC preseason media poll? You got to think it was pretty high. I mean, Syracuse went 9-3 in the regular season, 10-3 overall after they won the Holiday Bowl against Washington State. And they ended up finishing top 5 in the ACC last season, tied for 4th, actually. Well, I have the answer for you. And some of you may already know the answer as well because it's kind of floating around out there online of where Syracuse was picked last year. They were also picked to finish 12th in the ACC last season. So weirdly enough, again, it goes back to what I said at the very beginning. People just don't have any expectations really for Syracuse football. Even after seeing good year last year, yeah, every year is different. I get it, but it's going to take a while for them to get a lot of respect in the preseason. Let's go over last year's concerns and how they're similar and different to this season, because there are some similarities and there are some differences. Number one, last year, a big concern was a new coaching staff. The big three, the head coach, Fran Brown, offensive coordinator, Jeff Nixon, defensive coordinator, Elijah Robinson, all brand new to Syracuse. So there's no continuity there. Yeah, Fran Brown obviously has the relationships and all that, but them three together in those three positions had never all worked together at the same time. Want to know how I know this? Fran Brown's first head coaching gig in college football is right now with Syracuse. Yes, they obviously had relationships, but we did not know how that trio was going to work in year one. And that was definitely a valid concern last year for Syracuse football. And it's hard to vote a team high when they have that type of concern with their coaching staff. I think people, for the most part, acknowledged it could be a good hire. We certainly thought it was going to be a good hire. But hey, show me. Don't tell me. Show me, right? And that's what they did last season. Number two, ironically, why Syracuse was picked to finish so low in the ACC media poll, a lot of it had to do with Kyle McCord. People did not think Kyle McCord was very good. They just didn't. It was hard to believe. And we had many battles on this show with Tyler Budge, CF Budge over on Twitter, and many of my other colleagues on Locked On ACC and Locked On College Football about Kyle McCord and trying to convince people, hey, Kyle McCord is really good, but he just had ridiculous expectations over at Ohio State, and he couldn't live up to those expectations, but he's still really good. People couldn't wrap their head around that. People didn't think Kyle McCord was very good. If you recall, I actually picked Kyle McCord to finish second team All-ACC last season. I understand I don't get everything right here on this show. I get a lot of stuff wrong on this show, okay? I'm not Nostradamus out here. But hey, I got to pat myself on the back for that prediction, okay? Kyle McCord, second team All-ACC. Told you he was going to have a good year. I didn't think he would set ACC records, but told you he was going to have a good year. But the irony is that there was a concern last year with Syracuse's quarterback in Kyle McCord, which is hilarious to think about now in hindsight. So what's similar and different to last year? Unlike last season, I think for the most part, people now acknowledge that Fran Brown and this coaching staff was terrific for Syracuse, and it was a home run hire for the most part, especially also off the field when you take a look at their recruiting. And now you have that year of experience where they went 9-3 and finished 10-3 overall. So that's different. What's similar is that quarterback play seems to be a concern again for Syracuse. Last year it was Kyle McCord, who had experience, but people just didn't think he was very good with that experience. This year it's you have Steve Angeli and Ricky Collins. We genuinely have no clue how either is going to turn out for Syracuse this upcoming season. But I do think, for the record, they're going to get solid quarterback play. That's why I think ultimately they are going to make a bowl at minimum, and I do think they will exceed expectations of 12th in the ACC. Another difference from last year is the schedule. I think we could all see last year how, hey, if everything breaks right, Syracuse could win a lot of games because their schedule didn't look that difficult on paper, even though it actually turned out a little bit harder than you might think. They had a lot of bowl teams on that schedule. This year, the schedule is definitely tougher, at least preseason-wise on paper. So that's another reason why they're picked to finish 12th in the ACC.